Welcome. I know I look silly because I've been wiggling and jiggling. That brings me to a giggling. Thank you for tuning in to Turn On, a new idea of a thought, a practice, a rehearsal, a mind rewiring, a heart nourishing, body flowing thing to do every day that has lots of benefits. So it first starts out by looking in the mirror and laughing at yourself. Nanny, 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 you're still alive. Yes! Na, 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 na. Okay. And then the next thing is, how am I still alive? I've been through that. Don't go there, but you can if you want, because it'll lift you and inspire you to keep going in this wiggle. In this jiggle. And you do it so much that it makes you giggle because you're watching yourself jiggling and you're watching yourself wiggling and you have a connection. You have a connection. Wiggling, jiggling, giggling. So I'm looking at myself. Do you see the mirror? Looking at you. Here's looking at me. Here's looking at you. Here's looking at me. Giggling, wiggling, and jiggling. It could be everything, right? So as we wiggle, we shift into a jiggle. Does it make us giggle? What are we doing? Wiggling. And jiggling. That brings us inside to giggle. What is it? What are we doing? We're wiggling, we're jiggling, and we're giggling. What more does a human being want? Because we want to be wiggling into our relationships. And we want to be jiggling in excitement. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. My body can wiggle and it can jiggle. That brings me to a giggle because that means that I got inside of my heart center and it brought out a smile and laughter. And when I saw myself wiggling and giggling and jiggling, I was like, I feel light. I feel expanded. Expansion. Space. The final frontier. Space to feel light. To feel free and flowing. Space to think straight. And a vibration inside. Do that. Do that perfectly. Close your eyes and do that. It's a jiggle on the inside. So the spine goes like, whoa, what was that? And the bones go, ooh, what was that? and the flow of our go picks up. It's like, hey, I'm free. I can flow exactly the way I want to. I don't have any constrictions, no limitations, no feelings of stuck. There's no pain. There's no suffering. All there is a wiggle, a jiggle, and a giggle. And if looking at yourself doing these things don't make you giggle, why not? Because our body shifts and changes all the time. 24/7, we are shifting and changing and moving. Most people don't know that we're dying and rebirthing. And that's what the elimination process is. Not only is our food and water and drinks being processed, but like our nails grow and our hair grows and our skin grows and our heart grows and our digestion grows and our belly grows and our brain grows. Our brain grows with an awareness that it's our heart that keeps us alive. Isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. No, it isn't. It's our breath that keeps us alive. Well, breath by itself isn't really a human. So breath and blood, that's it. So when we wiggle with a thought and we jiggle with excitement, I can feel my body loosening, getting ready to flow, getting ready to flow. It brings me to a giggle that I'm smart enough to do this every day to send me on my way. So it's a wiggle, it's a jiggle, and a giggle class. So when we start, we wanna have an idea of what we're doing, right? So the idea of this class is to tune us in, to turn on an ignited energy of joy, happiness, light, flowy, feel-good body. That our body flows exactly the way we want it to, which is 100%, right? And if you do the math on wiggle and jiggle and a giggle, you'll see that it equals 100%. Na, 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 na. And if I told you where I learned about the jiggle, you're gonna giggle. And I'm just gonna go there. Here it is. So, in the mid 2000s, 2004, I opened my business. 2008, 2010, I started noticing something. That when I was on stage, my body did a jiggle. And I was like, ooh, I don't like when my body jiggles. But then the audience said, what are you talking about? That's the best part. We like to see your body jiggle. And I was like, oh no, what have I done? So I was like, okay, so how does my body jiggle? So a couple of girls and I got together and I was like, my chest is jiggling. How do I make it jiggle more? And she was like, okay, everybody listen up. This is the way you get the chest to jiggle. So you stand relaxed and you just start hitting your heels onto the floor. To the point where, and this is my add-in, where you can feel your breath being affected. And you start shaking. And you start jiggling. And then eventually your body takes over and they start a wiggling. And I learned how to twizzle the tassels that I was wearing because I was a dancer. I was a burlesque dancer. And boy, did they like that. So as soon as we all learned how to twizzle our tassels by jiggling, something happened. And I became more educated on my body. Whoa, I can do that? I can make my body go in circles? Whoa, I'm pretty talented. Oh. And then I was like, oh no, what have I done? Well, I taught myself that to wiggle and to jiggle brings me to the giggles, and you too. Are you giggling yet? It brought me to a happy state of feeling confident that I could do something to control my body automatically. And all I had to do is wiggle and jiggle and giggle at myself while I was doing it. And it changed my mood. It changed my attitude. It actually healed my body. Go figure. So before we get started, we want to have an idea of why we're doing this. So to wiggle, jiggle, and giggle, we want to ignite a flow inside of our body. Because I don't know about you, do you have a stiff muscle anywhere? Do you have anything going on that you wish wasn't going on? You know, would you get out of there, please? I need to do stuff today. So, no matter if you're hurt or you're not, you're sick or you're not, the wiggle, the jiggle, and the giggle doesn't take a lot of work. You've seen it happen already, right? Lots of times. And you probably do it already, but with the thought of, ow, my back hurts. I'm going to shake it loose. Shake it loose. That back pain is going out into the earth to come back as strong back. And when you add a little vibration internally, like the purr, perfect connection. 100% connection. So the wiggle, the jiggle, and the giggle, our intentional focus of doing that is to expand the space around our heart and lungs, which is our breathing and our beating and our loving our feelings. And then our digestion, our food is going, whoa, 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 whoa. And our food, you don't want to do this with food, just FYI. Do it before you eat. It's getting those enzymes going. What's coming up? What do we need to be ready for? We're ready. Bring it on. Bring on the food. Because we are waking up the inside of our body by wiggling and jiggling and giggling. Whew. Boy, I'm hot now. I haven't even done anything yet but wiggled and jiggled and giggled. I know. To look at me is funny. When I look at myself, I laugh, especially when I'm wiggling and jiggling. Now I really love and appreciate that I can jiggle my body, because my brain is controlling my body, and then boom, my body controlled my brain. My body said, stop. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. Take a break. And then I look at myself again and I giggle, and I was like, wiggle, jiggle, and giggle. That's the best workout ever. Yes. And I was like, well, wait a minute. I really want to have strong muscles. And when I have strong muscles, they don't wiggle very much because they're hard and fit and firm, sculpted. So how do I get to wiggle, jiggle, and get to firm and sculpted all at the same time? Put that thought into my muscles as I'm working them. Ooh. Ooh. Pulling energy from the earth of strength, longevity, and great health. Strength, longevity, and great health. It's an intentional focus. It's what we think about that we want to bring about when we're moving into our new reality of the body, the mind, of our soul design, our divine design, our who we really are. Okay. Phew. The ability to be strong and firm and brave and courageous, but yet the relaxing, loosening, flowing, expanded body. And we just wiggled and jiggled and giggled our body into great health. And so if you have a goal, I want to have 22-inch thighs. Why? Do they work fine for you right now? Just make them stronger. Don't put a predicted outcome. Just say, I want stronger legs. I want to be able to hike to the top of that mountain. I want to be able to climb those rocks and hills. And visualize as you're doing what you want to do that you're preparing for it. You're preparing for it. You're preparing for something that you have control over. So this one, I'm doing a squat and an ab crunch. Squat and an ab crunch. Squat and an ab crunch. Ooh. I got chills, they're multiplying. So every time we contract, we've got to relax in order for our muscles to get stronger. We got to contract, and we got to relax for our muscles to endure the life that we want. And what is that? Do we want to be a couch potato? Because if we want to be a couch potato, get on the couch and become a potato. And boom, you're a couch potato. It's that easy. But if you want to explore the world, you want to check out all the magnificent places on earth that brought humans into human awareness, human love, human creation. Whoa, it's a wiggle. And a jiggle. That brings us to a giggle, knowing that we have control over our body. Did you know that? We have control over what we think about. Because I'm no longer thinking about my biopsy sites. Right before I was going to get a massage, the doctor said, let's do a test. So I'm doing a test right now. How can I stay above ground? Because I don't want cancer on my body. I don't deserve cancer. I'm going to wiggle it. I'm going to jiggle it. And I'm going to giggle it right on out of me. And those are the things that I think about to bring about a proper flow through my body. So my brain that's inside of the cells of my body know that my intention and focus is of 100% health to do anything and everything I want to do in my life. And it doesn't even matter if I know what it is or not. I want to know that I can pick up and go anytime I have a no. I want to go see the pyramids. Or I want to go to Mount Shasta. Or I want to go see someone I haven't seen in a long time. And I believe that the things that I want are possible. Somehow. I don't know how, but I know they're possible somehow. Even if nobody's ever done it before. Even if it took a lot of money to do. Even if it took a lot of time to do. Even if it took a lot of people to do. Whatever. If it's something I want, I am going to make sure this thing is capable of experiencing it the way I want to, which is a wiggle. And a jiggle. It brings me to a giggle. And then when I look at myself, I'm like, now if that isn't something to giggle about, I don't know what is. It's Goldilocks begin again. See what I mean? I'm so silly, especially in the morning. The sun comes up, it lights up my life. You light up my life. I light up my life by wiggling and jiggling and giggling. It's a new practice just to figure yourself out. Because I don't know you, and you don't know me, but maybe we do, because we can see I've seen you before. But we really do know each other. All human beings know each other somehow. Why? Because we were created by the same source of energy. Just like plants. They were created by that same source of energy. And animals were created by that same source of energy. So whatever that energy is, I'm wondering if wiggling and jiggling and giggling is what keeps us connected, because I think you can do it, and I think I can do it any time of the day or night. It doesn't matter where we're at. We don't need a tool. We don't need a person. We don't need anything to make that happen. And I am hot. I don't know about you, if you've been wiggling and jiggling with me, but I'm creating a class called the Wiggle, Jiggle, Giggle class. And it's a healing class just for us to get to know us more intimately and for us to share in this thing called life, in a connection of an energy of a source of life. Because I want you to see if you can feel this. I love you. You matter to me. Why? Because I can see you, I can feel you, I can hear you. I am you in an energy of life. When we're wiggling and giggling and jiggling, we connect in that silly action of the human being able to have a brain that makes the body do silly things, sexy things. And all of that is a magnificent talent of the human being. And I can almost guarantee that you know how to do it. And I didn't even need to teach you how to do it. And I bet you've done it before lots of times. But maybe doing it all three together with the intention of expanding how we feel. I want to feel good. I want to feel love. I want to feel joy. I want to feel complete, valuable, worthy. And knowing that I can wiggle and it feels good, knowing that I can jiggle and it feels good, brings me to a giggle of knowing that my time spent was worth it for me and only me. But I wanted to share with you because it's so silly. I wanted to break free of how I feel when my body starts telling me to slow down. Because we know nutrition is the most important thing. Or is it? I don't think there's any one important thing to keep in the human healthy, except for the mind. Either you want to be healthy and live a long time or you don't. And that's a thought. And then you have to believe and trust that you're capable of that. And you can't depend on anybody else to do it because it's our personal job. So I invite you to wiggle, jiggle, and giggle and see how you feel. Don't give yourself a time frame. Just do it. And do it every day. For a whole week, maybe. And just take an idea. Maybe write it down. I did it for this long and I felt this way. I did it for this long and I felt that way. I didn't do it at all and I felt this way. And noticing what your body looks, if you do this in the mirror alone with no clothes on, we'll see if you can giggle even harder. And that's the goal, is to laugh at ourselves, is to wiggle ourselves, is to jiggle ourselves into the life that we want. It's a practice, it's a rehearsal, it's something we have to do every day consistently, because I'm Goldilocks and I begin again. Goldilocks, begin again. Goldilocks, begin again. And the way I look at what's happening to me is my body's shifting from the old life to the new life. And in order for me to be okay in this new life, I have to wiggle, giggle, and jiggle the old life away from me to see what's new. And it's inside of me, just like on the outside of me, in how I believe in myself, how I trust myself, how I feel valuable and worthy every day to be alive inside my own self. Not what I do for a living, not what I do for my family, not what I do for the animals or the plants or the trees or the birds or the bees or the earth, but what I do for me to make me feel valuable and worthy in my life. And I've learned that the things that I naturally do that I didn't even know I was doing was I was wiggling. And I was jiggling. And I was giggling because it's so simple. It's so easy. It's fun. It doesn't feel like exercise. My heart rate is up. I'm sweating. I've used my whole body in this process. How long has it been? 20 minutes? And I've learned more about myself every time I do it because my cells are changing as I move. Look at my hair. Morning head, bed head, what do they call that? I don't even care. Because what I care about is how I feel inside. Am I doing the right thing for me? And then when I do the right thing for me, guess what? I go out and do the right thing for others too. Because I know how it feels and I want to share. Because I'm on this earth with other people, and it'd be no fun to be here alone. So why not set the stage for a wiggle, a jiggle, and a giggle? I'm Nana B. I'm Brenda, and I'm Goldilocks Begin Again, because that's what I want to be, is beginning again. And that's why I took my hair back to its natural state. And I don't mind doing videos in my unfiltered state, because who I am as a person is good enough without all the cover up. But I like to enhance it sometimes. So when you see me out in public, you'll probably see me looking a little different, but I can still wiggle and jiggle and giggle. I love you. You're magnificent. You're perfect in every way. And doing this practice will help you along the way. I love you. If you want to contact me, like and subscribe, follow me, email me, Gmail me, DM me. bodybizwithbrenda@gmail.com. Next time, we'll incorporate the dragon breath at the end. We can start with the dragon breath and end with the dragon breath. And if you want to figure that out on your own, I invite you to check it out. What does a dragon breath mean to me? Enjoy the day in a new euphoric way. I love you.